Ladies and mostly gentlemen, today we're going to take a look at some of the brand new Night Elf customization options for the male and for the female that are coming to the game in the Shadowlands pre-patch. But before we get into all of that, I just want to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to check me out streaming the Shadowlands Alpha every single day, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM. Right, so yeah, the Night Elves, finally. Last build they did add some Night Elf stuff, but they were still disabled. But we've had a brand new build, and finally our Night Elves are active, and there are a ton of options and even more options that were added in this build as opposed to the last. So there is just so much to look at, guys. So let's just jump straight into it with the Night Elf male. So first and foremost, just like many other races, there are no new face options. Unfortunately, you still have the same 9 that you had previously. For skin color, there is a few new options. Now, the one that is missing from this is the Night Warrior skin. That is unlockable and that will be added to this list. So there will be 13 in total. But for the new ones, you have this one, which is kind of a real pale skin Night Elf here. You've got this one here, which, yeah, I think this one looks pretty cool. I really like the darker colors, very similar to the Night Warrior stuff, along with this one right here, which is also extremely similar to the Night Warrior, but I think the Night Warrior is a different shade of purple. So into hairstyles now, there has been a lot. So you have obviously the bald option, which has been added to all of the other races. This specifically looks pretty darn terrifying. Yeah, a bald Night Elf. So yeah, that's now a thing. You have undercut, which is this one. Pretty cool. I like this a lot. Now, the style of a lot of these hairstyles is like a Skrillex or something like that. I don't really know. A lot of them are a bit kind of funky, but really, really cool nonetheless. So yeah, so you got this one here, shaved on the side and swept over to the right. Definitely a lot different to what we've had before. Then you have this bun. Yep, little top knot bun here. Looks really great. A little bit low graphics on the kind of strands of the back there, but honestly, you probably won't see most of that. I think from the front, it looks really cool. Kind of a messy top knot bun. Next up, you have flipped, which is kind of a longer one of the first one we did take a look at, going all the way down the back there, still shaved slightly on the side and a little bit grown out around the back. I do like this one specifically. It's really, really cool. There's also something you can add to these hairstyles to make them even cooler, but we'll look at that in a minute. And finally, you have undercut tail, and this is, yeah, essentially the same as one of the ones that we have already, but just has the sides shaved there. So from the front, it kind of looks like a Night Elf mohawk. From the back, there's a little party going down the back there. And as I said, it looks very, very similar to one of the ones that we already had, which is this one, I think. Yeah, so not too far off that one, but yeah, as I said, shaved on the sides, looks okay. As for hair color, there is a few new options as well, which is really cool to see. You've got this super, super pink bright one here. You've got this kind of even brighter pink one here. Yeah, so there's another one. Then you've got a darker kind of black color, which I think is really cool. Then you've got ginger. Yep, ginger Night Elves. This is the thing. This is actually happening. I actually think the contrast with the skin color and the hair actually looks really cool. Big fan of that one. Then you have a pretty much a jet black hairstyle, which I think looks awesome as well. And a more kind of purpley, traditional kind of Night Elf color. So yeah, a few new options for sure. Some of the darker colors do look really cool, actually. Especially this jet black one, I think, is a great look for the Night Elves here. So now, this is where we get to the point where they've split up everything, and this seems to be a running theme with some of the races now. So currently in retail, the eyebrows, the beards, the mustaches are all kind of linked together, but now they've changed it all, and it's all kind of on its own. So let's just put the bald hairstyle here so we can get a good look at it. So you have sideburns. Now, a lot of these are ones that already exist. You've got groomed, you've got short, which looks kind of weird, especially with some of the hairstyles. It doesn't really match up perfectly. This gap is kind of strange. I think that side profile looks good, but over on this side, it's a little bit weird. So you have to find really the correct hairstyle to match that nicely. But yeah, that one's a little bit strange. So the next one is medium. Again, this is not a new look. This is one that is actually featured in one of the beards that's currently in the game. You also have long. Now this is new. This is ridiculous and really long. Like, imagine this look. Bald with massive long sideburns. That is just phenomenal. What a fantastic look. So yeah, long is one of the brand new ones there on the side there, and as you can see, you can really make your Night Elf look a little bit different there. So for eye color, there is 9 options to choose from for the Night Elf male. Now this is a little bit buggy at the moment on the alpha. It depends on the certain scar style you have. I don't think that's going to be something that comes to live, just seems like an alpha bug right now. So yeah, there are 9 options. So you have this kind of standard Night Elf one. You've got one blind eye, you've got the other blind eye, you've got kind of a blue bluey one, very similar to like a Death Knight, which is pretty cool. Then you've got one eye blind and another eye blind. Then you've got yellow. Then you've got one eye red, kind of like blown out. It's pretty disgusting, actually. That's a really cool look, though. And one eye yellow, and then, of course, the other eye yellow and blown out on one eye. That is a really badass look, especially with the new scars, which we'll look at in a second. But yeah, that's a cool look. I like that. I wouldn't mind that being an option for some of the other eyes, potentially. Having one blown out, kind of having like a red and a blue eye, potentially. But nonetheless, that is a great look. So for eyebrows, as I said, they were originally linked to beard options. They're now on their own, so you can have shaved, you can have long, you can have flat. Now, a lot of these are options that are already available. As I said, they're now just split up. You've got short, you've got owl, you've got thick, which is pretty cool. Thick looks cool. Wild, yep, that's a new one. Yep, wild. Pretty long, pretty wild. Sticks out quite a bit at the front there as well, which is awesome. And bushy, which is kind of a shorter version of wild. And then finally, overgrown. So yeah, they've gone absolutely ham on these night elves. It is absolutely crazy and so awesome to look at. So moving into the next section now, we have mustaches. Now we have a couple of mustaches to choose from. We have none, we have thin, we have full, we have thick, and we have groomed. Yeah, just a little mustache there, which you can have. Well, I think that one's a new one. A lot of them are previously used on different facial hairs. But yeah, just 5 different options there for the mustache, which is really cool. So moving into beards. Now, beards has had a lot of choice as well. You've got kind of a short one there. You've got medium. You've got long, you've got full, which is awesome. That's already one that was already previously there. Tied, which is new. You've got that kind of like tied up, kind of rustic looking thing that looks pretty cool. Then you've got vines, which is awesome, which actually has like bits of tree inside the beard. Yeah, that's pretty nuts, but we'll come back to that one in a minute. And then you've got trim, which is just a kind of shorter one. And as I said, you can combine this with the different sideburns as well, so you can really get a bit of a wild look with your night elf here. I think people have wanted long beards on night elves for such a long time, and it's so good to see it finally coming into the game. The next option is ears, and there are a few to choose from. There are 5 in total. So you've got thin, you've got thick, you've got these thick boy ears, you've got feral, which are a little bit more rustic and awesome. You've got short, you've got rough. Yeah, rough. So rough is one ear shorter than the other, which is kind of cool. But yeah, a lot of these really cool looks from far away look really good and definitely change the look of your night elf there. So big fan of that. Nice to have a option to change your ears. So as I mentioned before, there is a scar option. There are 6 options to choose from. You have none. You have cheek, which is awesome. This looks like a crazy burn, like, I don't know, like Two-Face or something. That's amazing. You've got right eye, as you can see, scratching across there. You've got mouth, little scar there. And then you've got nose. And finally, you have left eye. And I think that's a great look. Another amazing option, which we didn't expect. So yeah, cool to see that coming in. So this is the one I was talking about, vines. Yeah, so there is a choice to put vines in your hair, and you get to choose the color of these vines, and that is available for every single hairstyle. Every single hairstyle has different vines. Yeah, that is incredible. Obviously the bald one doesn't, but you know, amazing, absolutely amazing. And as I said, you can choose the color. There are 5 different colors to choose from. You've got green, you've kind of got a lighter green, you've got purple, you've got kind of a red and green, and then you've got a kind of a base standard green. And you can combine that with, you know, the longer vine beard and really get pretty nuts with it. And that also changes with the color of the vines. Yeah, look at that. What a fantastic look for the male night elf there. And finally for the males, tattoos. Yeah, they're finally bringing tattoos to the regular night elves, not just demon hunters. They do have a load of new styles as well. You have this one here, which is called Shadow, which I think is really cool. Goes around the side of the face there, looks really good with this new bald option. You've got Moon, which goes across the face there and on the side of the arms. Really cool looking look there. Originally it was speculated this might have been just for druids, but yeah, this is for everyone. You've got Ancient, another cool look, very like, you know, warrior-esque. I think that's a really cool. Wild goes down the arms and the neck there, and a little bit on the back of the shoulders there as well. So that's really cool to see. And Owl, which is awesome. Unfortunately, you can't change the color of these tattoos, but I think, you know, they're just such a awesome look and such a great choice for the males, and they've gone absolutely ham on the Night Elf male. So let's just jump straight into now the Night Elf female. Okay, so now into the female face options. Unfortunately, you do still have the standard 9, no new face options as of right now. They might add some later on, not too sure. As for skin color, you obviously have the same brand new options that you got with the male, which is really cool to see. Those kind of darker skin tones like this one, kind of a darky blue, is pretty awesome actually, and very unique, very different to something we've seen before with the Night Elves, so pretty happy to see some of these brand new skin colors coming across the board here. For hairstyles, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of hairstyles for the females here, so let's just dive into it with Pixie. Now you're looking at it, you're thinking, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Let me speak to your manager. So yeah, this is the Karen haircut for the Night Elf female. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this has actually been in the game since Cataclysm. They just haven't activated it. So this is a new one called Pixie. You've got obviously the bald look, which is coming to all races. Yep, bald Night Elf female. Kind of looks similar to the Nightborn actually there when it's bald. So yeah. Next up is Bob. Yep, Bob. Got a little Bob haircut there. I think it looks kind of neat. Don't know how many people would use it, but you know, it's another option nonetheless. Top knot, this is super cool. I love the details of some of these hairstyles. You see the braid at the top there, similar to the male with the top knot design, but very cool nonetheless. And those braids at the top are really neat as well. I do like the attention to detail on that one. Sombra, yeah, Sombra. Again, more braids going down the side of the head, over the shoulder there, slightly shaved there on the side of the head, and yeah, again, with the details on this one, I think it looks cool. A little bit pixelated. I don't know if they've got a new kind of hair texture coming in at some point, but it is a little bit pixelated when you do get a bit close, but from far away, obviously, it does look absolutely phenomenal. Next up is Shaggy. Yeah, Shaggy. This is the last one. Now, this is really cool. This is kind of like the out the shower, putting up in a bun kind of look. I really like it. Massive fringe there. Goes all the way down. Super long at the back as well, with a little ponytail. It's got pretty much everything you want. And yeah, just a fantastic new look for the Night Elf females. Next up is hair color. Now, there is some brand new hair colors, and actually some that the males don't have. Like this one. This is kind of a like silvery purple. I think that's so cool. What a great color. This is not available for the males. A lot of the colors though are the same across the board for the males and females, like this black one, like the ginger one, like the kind of more black one, the darker black one, and of course the kind of the new purple color that they're bringing in for the Night Elves. For eye color, unfortunately, they still do suffer from the same bug with the scars, but again, I don't think that's going to be intended. They do have the same 9 options that the males have, all of those great ones like the blue with one eye, the yellow with the like burst out eye as well, absolutely phenomenal. I still am such a fan of that look. So yeah, all 9 options that are available for the males will be also available for the females, which you love to see it. So for eyebrows, again, not too many options, honestly. You do have the wild option, which I think is cool, very similar to the male. Honestly, I think it is actually the exact same one as the male. But yeah, you got the wild option there. None of the crazy long ones, though. You have only wild, you have lifted, you have short, and you have long. So yeah, nothing too crazy with the eyebrows there for the females, but maybe that's something they're adding in. But yeah, at the moment, really, the kind of like craziest one there is the wild one, which I think is it's a good look nonetheless. So for ears, you have exactly the same options as the male as well. You have thin, you have thick, you have feral, which is kind of cool, got like a little cutout on the ear there, and 2 cutouts on the side there. Short and rough, which is obviously the one ear bigger than the other, which I think is cool. Really nice to see them giving the option to change the ear size. Now moving into the accessories section, we do have the markings. Now there are no new markings for the female, these are always been the exact same options. However, you can now change the color unique to the hair color. Originally, I believe they were linked to the hair color. You can now just change them to whatever you want. So you can have green with purple hair or whatever, right? So that's really cool. Kind of giving us the same option as we had, but with more creativity in regards to the coloration that we can choose, which I think, you know, as I said, is a really great thing to have for sure. So for the scars for the female, they're actually a little bit different to the male. You do have this one here, which obviously looks like Two-Face from Batman, but which is awesome, kind of a burn on the face. We do have Swipe, which looks like it's been attacked by some sort of creature. You've got Talon, which looks like it's been attacked by some sort of bird. You've got Claw, which is awesome, like straight across the eye there, over the mouth as well. And you've got the nose scar as well, which I think is a great look for sure. And having those options, again, you know, added in this patch, weren't really expecting it, but nonetheless, fantastic. They've also now added a couple of options for earrings. You've got none, you've got crescents, which are really cool, little moons there. You've got rings, double ring there, and you've got sharp, which I think is a really cool look. I don't know if these are borrowed from the Nightborn. I think they are actually original, which is really cool. So yeah, kind of a big fan of that. I like the sharp one. You can see it goes around the ear there, nice and perfectly, actually. It's yeah, that's a good one. You've also got nose rings. You've got none, you've got ring, you've got septum, you've got stud, And that's it. Yeah, 4 different nose ring options. So you've got earrings, nose rings, they're brand new, they weren't there before. Along with necklaces, you've got a chain necklace, which looks awesome. You've got a choker. Yep, a full-on choker, which looks really, really HD, actually. Look at that as it spins around. Look at the glistening as you go around. And finally, you have a vine, which is awesome, in the same design as, obviously, the vines that we saw before. You also have a headdress option, so you have a circlet. As you can see, with the bald option goes all the way around the head. Obviously, it works with all hairstyles as well. And you've got the vine crown, of course. So you can have the vine necklace, the vine crown, or you can have the kind of, you know, the matching necklaces and headdresses and all that kind of stuff. I think is really cool. And you can mix and match and do whatever you want with them, which I think obviously is a fantastic option. And finally, let's take a look at the vine option. So the females do also have the vine option, very similar to the males, which you can obviously use for all hairstyles, which is nice, with the great selection of colors, which we also saw with the males. What's interesting about this is it has its own section. On the male, it's different. Don't know if the tattoos are coming. Now, we don't have any tattoos on the female right now, as you can see. Potentially, that might come in at a later date, but as of right now, the female tattoos for the Night Elf are not implemented. No doubt they probably will get some at some point as well. Also, just to add, Demon Hunters. Yes, Demon Hunters will be able to use all of these brand new options, including the tattoos. Yeah, so you could ditch the Demon Hunter tattoos and go with the brand new Night Elf ones, use the beards, the sideburns, everything, and the Demon Hunter options. So yeah, that's just to clear that up if anyone was wondering, Demon Hunters can use all of these brand new options. So that's pretty much it, guys. That is all of the options for the Night Elf. Apologies for this video being so long. There are so many options. We waited such a long time for them, and I'm so glad they're finally here. So if you do like them, guys, do let me know. Do let me know what you like. Let me know what you hate. I really like the beard option on the male. I love the tattoos. I love the vines, and I love the fact that you can customize those colors of vines as well. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So as I said, guys, do let me know what you think below in the comments section below. But before I go, guys, I'd like to give a massive shout out to our amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome. If you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. I've got a ton more Shadowlands Alpha videos coming very, very soon. I've also got a partner Discord channel, so if you want to check out the Discord, link is in the description below this video. And as I said, I am streaming down twitch.tv/MrGM. We're over on the Shadowlands Alpha every single day that it's up. So if you want to check me out streaming on the Shadowlands Alpha, taking viewer requests, doing literally everything and anything. So Shadowlands Alpha streams every single day, twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.